So I don't know what it was, but there was a scene in this episode that kind of gave me feels. I don't know why it was. I didn't find anything special. It was every other scene I've seen and all over, but there are two scenes that gave me feels. One was when Sato. I would not even say the ending scene gave me that much feels. Where what's her name? Arisa. I think so. That's her name. I may be wrong. Zena. There we go. That was her name. Zena. She basically says Sato that she'll be joining after the spring. So that scene was alright. Okay, it was there to say that okay, Zena is joining the squad after a while. I mean, not this season definitely, because this season doesn't seem like the time when she may join, because it's a 13 or 12 episode season. But it may be that if they create the next season, yep, we may see Zena in the squad. So let's like it was the scene where Liz basically goes crying to Sato, and then everybody starts crying. I don't know what it was, but that scene kind of gave me feels. I don't know why it was like that. It was just me. I don't know if the scene was like cliched, because I know the scene was cliched, but I don't know if it was like that kind of scene where you could feel that much of like emotion. But it felt like I still felt like a little emotional while watching that scene for some reason. It's just I don't know what it was. Like I really don't know. Did you guys feel any kind of feels? Because I definitely felt some feels during that scene. Now let's move on. Let's start the episode. The episode basically it starts from where it left off. It comes like the Sato fighting the monsters and homunculus, the golems basically, the golems and the homunculus. That's what I'm saying. Then and pretty much Sato destroys all the golems as he dodges those arrows that were coming at him, and he pretty much takes down the homunculus. Doesn't kill them. He kills the golem, but doesn't kill the homunculus. And one of the coolest things that Sato does is like he just punches this homunculus. He doesn't want to kill them. He knows that these girls, they're basically weak. They can't fight against him. He's too overpowered for him. So what he does is just punches and knocks out this one homunculus who comes towards him. And I felt like that was a very cool scene for me. Then we go on the next floor, and we see that the undead, king, he's basically like clapping and stuff, saying Sato, you're a worthy hero and stuff. So he gives him the sword. I don't know the name of the sword. It's pretty hard to pronounce, so I didn't remember that well. But he gave him that sword, the legendary hero sword, whatever its name is. I forgot again. I'm really sorry. I didn't give that. I didn't catch the name, but it'll be in one of the pictures I put out in the video. That the sword that king gives, that the undead guy gives him. So it was like this guy gives him the sword. Sato gives him the sword, and he's like, I won't want you to kill me. Like Sato asks him, what is your wish? Because one of the homunculus says that please help basically fulfill the desire of her master. So Sato is like, what is your wish? And the undead king is, kill me. That's basically his wish. I want you to kill me. And I was like, whoa, that was kinda I didn't expect. And then we go into the backstory of this undead, and I didn't expect this backstory, but basically we already know what happens to the lover or wife of the undead. So basically she gets killed by one of the nobles, and basically because because power basically consumes him, like you know how Arisa, let's get the example of Arisa, the princess, the rich princess. Basically that's what she's been titled. So you know how her downfall went. Basically same thing happened to him, but 10 times the worse than what happened to Arisa. That's basically how I'll put it, because I don't remember that well how the scene went, but I think so. It was like this, that Arisa it was Harisa, but like 10 times worse than her. Like you could literally see like this guy's kids were turned into like undead zombies and stuff, undead skeletons and stuff, and I was like, yo, this guy has gone through a lot. Like, oh my god. And he's like, Sato, please fulfill my desire, kill me, because you are a worthy hero. And I was like, yo, like I thought that there was like, because I felt like the elf would have been something important to him. I thought he's kidnapped her, but it wasn't that the case. He was just looking for a hero to kill him. And I was like, yo, that's quite I didn't expect. That's one thing I didn't expect. I was like, this guy just wants to fight strong people. Basically, I thought he was like Goku, or just wants to fight strong people. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So after that, basically what happens is Sato kills him, and he gets the honorific title Undead Killer. At least that's what I think. Undead King Killer. I don't remember, something like that. Undead Killer, Undead King Killer, something like that. And he gets a undead ring, which is quite. I didn't expect the ring of the undead, whatever it is. I forgot his name. I told it perfectly the last episode, but I forgot about this episode. Wow, it's just me. But yeah, he gets the undead ring, and he basically. After that, we see this little like puffy gas coming out of that undead guy, and he's like, I didn't expect that. You're strong, and I don't know what is happening. Like we'll meet again. Like I don't know what. I don't know what that was. Like it's and Sato just slashes it, and it just that thing just laughs and goes away. It just goes away, vanishes, and then the cell sequence, the destruct sequence starts, and basically he gives mana potion to the uh, elfin princess so that so that she could recover herself, and pretty much that, and then asks her, can you deactivate this shit? And the elfin princess is like, I could try. I could try. And then I found this real funny. It's like she's like very cold and statistic, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. I was like, what the hell just happened there? And like she just saw that like with a cold stare and stuff, and then she turned back to Stowe and was like, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. I found it really funny, you know. I don't know if you guys found it funny or not, but I found it really funny. But after that, Sato tries something, and then tries like some kind of shit. I don't know what he tries, but he tries some kind of scientific shit, and I don't know about it. Yeah, roast me, because I don't know about it. That happens, and then Sato after that just takes the princess, thinks about the homunculus, because there are not many paths, because there's only one path they could escape of with what's her name, the elfin princess. There's only one way he could escape with the elfin princess, but he decided to take the hard part and take the homunculus with him. So you remember he left number 7, one of the homunculus down below, even below, and then let's out what's her and then let's transports the other 6 homunculus, other 7, sorry, there are 8 homunculus, right? I may be wrong. I'm thinking, yeah, there are 8 homunculus, if I'm correct, yeah. So 7 homunculus are transported with what's her name, the elfin princess. Yeah, there we go. So Sato uses transport on them, and they transport. So that happens, and then he goes after the number 7, the other homunculus. He runs to his number 7, and like he does some cool shit out there. He runs, goes down, gets the homunculus out, and I really found one thing that was really cool during that part, and that was Sato's running. Like when he was running, before that, I completely forgot this. I'm sorry. Before that, Sato uses the Dryad, and he this was really cool because it was all like, you see episode 6, it was you found it useless. The episode 6 was tied into this episode, and I really found it really cool because normally when one episode is just a first episode, you normally don't tie in things on the first episode. It's normally not that. Normally people like don't, any anime I would say. I don't think so. The normally first episode of the arc is tied into the last episode of the arc, and I really found that cool because it was tied in the first episode elements like the chestnuts, whatever those things are, the nuts, whatever those things. The that were given to the Dryads because the Dryad wanted it, and obviously the kiss from Sato for Mana, and the Dryad pretty much gets them out of there, and then the Dryad. This is quite interesting because the Dryad cannot die unless the forest gets killed. That's what she said to Sato, and then we see Sato running like oh, that was a cool moment. Like I found it really funny how Sato ran because it was just so funny, and also the cool moment it was tied in, like the kettle scene from episode 6. It was tied in this. I really like they use signs in this. Like I really liked it. I like you see there is. Now I'm taking a reference to Boruto, even though I don't like the show. I still take references from it because I really like the fight scenes from it. Just like Fairy Tail, I don't like the show, but I like the fight scenes. So that's basically how Boruto is for me. I don't like the show, but I like the fight scenes from it. So basically, if you see how Sarada from the Mist Village arc was like using science to do stuff. I like those kind of cool things happening, and that March pretty much used science here because once the water it gets over like 1,000 degree on on vaporization or something, it starts to boil up. And Sato used that logic, and oh my god, he got so many titles. First, he got the Pyromancer titles. I think so. First, he got the Fire Magic User title, finally the Pyromancer title, then the Master of Hellfire title. I was like, whoa, Sato getting all those achievements, bro. Like, oh my god, that was so cool. And then he gets on the rooftop, saves them, and then finally we see that he gets the title Survivor. I was like, that was really cool for me because I didn't expect the title Survivor to pop out of nowhere and be like, yeah. Like, you could expect that. You could have expected that because he survived some shit. So, he also gets the title Cradle Explorer instead of, because it was a cradle, not a dungeons. Because Dungeon Explorer was in the 3rd episode, if I'm correct, and this episode was Cradle Explorer. So that happens, and then the scene comes in where Liz and everybody they cry to Sato because he was not like he is like those scenes. It was one of those scenes. Then Sato basically now Sato has 8 more servants, or basically in Sato's word 8 more friends. Now, I found it like really funny because it came out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, wait. That's a huge expansion. How are they gonna develop these characters in the next 3 episodes? Because I think so the show is going up to 12 episodes. So I was like, how are they gonna do it? And then it came out, and they're like, oh, let us have the ring. Only one of us will stay, and we'll go and give this ring to the dead body of our master. The dead body of the wife of our master. So that was one cool moment where she gives they play rock paper scissors and choose one to stay. And Sato names her Nana, if I'm correct. Yeah, that's what he names her. I know he's horrible with names. I know. Don't question me. He's horrible with names. I know. Like who they Liz, Pochi, Tama, Nana. I don't know what I can say. Like, I'm sorry. He's horrible with names. But after, well, that happens, and then Zena, Sato basically lies to the warriors, the council, the court, the warriors from the kingdom, like Zen and everybody. We start in the first episode. We meet everybody, basically those people. He lies to them. He says that the other warriors, the other homunculus, they basically saved him. That's basically what he says to them, and that happens. And then Zen comes in. You see those normal scenes. She begins to cry on Sato. You could see that they're building up a romance because the last scene was completely Zen and Sato because Sato was going to the elfin village. He said to Zen that he'll be going to the elfin village, and Zen was like, "Are you never gonna return?" And Sato was like, "No, I'm gonna return. Why are you worried? I'm gonna return." So then you see that they're building on the romance aspect of the thing because Zen even said at the ending like, "I'm gonna join in this crew after the spring because my brother will be an adult." So she basically says that to Sato. So they're building on the romance aspect, and I found a very unique scene at the end, though I don't know what it meant, but it was something. I think so. It was something related to Ariza because Sato thought when I saw Ariza in the crime scene, he thought about what the uh, undead said. He said that don't let the incarnate don't let the power consume the incarnate, or else you'll end up like me. He basically says that to Sato, and it's something I found like really interesting because it was like the ending scene kinda indicated to what's gonna be our next arc. Most probably, my guesses are it's gonna be Arisa. I'm not a light novel reader, but a lot of friends of mine who are light novel readers for this series. This sorry to disappoint you guys, but Zena is not gonna be Sato's love interest. I'm sorry to really, like spoil this good for you, but just to let you know, Zena is not gonna be Sato's love interest. There's a love interest, I think so. She comes in volume 7 or 8. At least that's what I've heard. Of the I don't know, web novel or light novel. I'm not sure, but there is a love interest that comes into Sato's life in volume 7 or 8, and I don't know who she is. So yeah, that happened. And basically they leave on adventure to the elfin village after all this happened, and the next episode is named hunting that begin with hunting dance that begin with uh the dead march. So my guesses are that next week we may be seeing something that's related to hunting. So like hunting dance, I would say some kind of challenge to Sato at the elfin village because I'm pretty sure they will reach the elfin village by next week. That's just my guess though. They may reach elfin village by next week, and then just there's gonna be a hunting party, like hunting stuff, like a challenge to Sato or something, and Sato accepts that challenge. Maybe that would be something, and then from there on they continue to a new arc. I may be wrong. I may be completely wrong. Don't get me wrong. I may be completely wrong, but I really like it because the first 9 episodes are basically building up for this. What's this place called? Uh, I forgot. Shiga Kingdom. I don't remember. Shiga Kingdom, something like that. But yeah, the first 9 episodes I've been building on that, and I would like to see the last 3 episodes building on the world building aspect. It'll be cool, and hopefully we get a season 2 because I think so. This episode is only 12 or 13 episodes long. Like this series is that long, only. So I really hope that I get to see a season 2 because I really enjoy the show. It's just because it's something. It may be cliche. It may be like every other show out there. It may not be something special, but it's still a good fun show to watch. And I really would like to see a season 2 because I really enjoyed the show. I'm not gonna lie. I think so. This may be one of my favorites for this season because I really enjoyed the show. Like this season, definitely, it's nothing special. Again, it's nothing special. It's full of cliches and stuff, but it's still fun to just see this because the character and stuff. Because there's a lot of character developments, lot of like stuff that you enjoy. It's like tying in MMORPG. Like it's really cool because normally we don't see this in a lot of MMORPG. And what's unique is that I really a type when Sato gets a new achievement or a new skill, because I really enjoy that, seeing Sato use new skills and new achievements. I really like it because it's just like real life, and you're like playing a game, and then you suddenly get a new achievement. It's like, oh shit, I unlocked this achievement, and then you get something rare. Oh shit, you unlock something rare. So yeah, basically that's what's happening here. Sato is unlocking achievements, something rare, like the hero achievement was a rare achievement, and stuff like that. He just keeps on unlocking the titles and or achievements in the series, and I really like to see what he gets more further on as the series progresses. And I really enjoyed it because the series is a lot consistent. Even though it's got flaws, it's a lot consistent than some of the series I've seen this season. I really feel like the season is a lot consistent than some of the seasons series I've seen this season. Like, I really enjoy it, so I'm not gonna lie. From Okay, now scaling this episode from scale of 1 to 10, I think so I'll give this episode an 8, a solid 8, because I feel like this episode was a good episode in my opinion. It was a really good episode. Kind of gives me the feels too for some reason, I don't know why, but just for that, I'll give a half point to this episode, or else it would have been a 7.5, just like normally I give, because the whole series so far has been a 7.5 for me, but an 8 for that little scene. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Where you scale this episode, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like if you like my content. Don't forget to subscribe, as I'll be doing more anime and gaming content. And don't forget to hit the bell notification when you subscribe, because it gives you a quick update on when my new video is posted. So until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.